And top on the brief this morning, 22 persons were arrested earlier on Sunday at the Lekki toll gate for participating in the 4th anniversary of the #ENDSARS protest. They have been released, however, by the police. This was shared on the X handle of human rights lawyer Effiong Inibehe, who had earlier shared a video of the arrest. And meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State, Olanrewaju Ishola, while speaking with Channels Television, says the police dispersed the group because the gathering had no clearance from the police.
What we had was gotten on the social media. There are some people who want to celebrate the 4th anniversary of ENDSARS. Well, constitutionally, they should write to me as a Commissioner of Police of their intention to do such. They did not write to us. And as such, any of such gathering is illegal. And by extension, no police will not allow it to happen. So that's the very essence of why we are here today. We've been here since 12 a.m. overnight. And all over Lagos, we have taken over the traditional points where protesters can gather. We are not averse to anybody exercising their fundamental rights, but the law of the land must be emplaced. And so far so good. It's been total non-acceptance of any disruption here and throughout the state. Earlier in the day, I went around all parts of Lagos, like I said, all the traditional points, Ganifa Emi Park, Freedom Park, Ikeja Under Bridge, Alausa Mall, places of government infrastructure that they may want to unleash mayhem. We have all the place covered.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo is worried that the increasing number of out-of-school children in the north pose a great danger to the security of the country. The former president, who raised the concerns while commissioning 3 major roads in Bauchi State, said leadership challenges are a major obstacle to the country's developmental progress. Chief Obasanjo, however, commended Governor Bala Mohammed for his achievements in infrastructural development.
World Bank says we have over 20 million children who should be in school that are not in school. For a population of about, what, 220, 230 million. So that is 10% of our population that should be in school that are not in school. Governor, Your Royal Highnesses, brothers and sisters, that is recruitment for future Boko Haram. Think about it. One of the first lessons I learned in the army is that you must have objective. You must have mission. Your mission must be clear. It must be understood and understandable to everybody. And it must be a mission you can make and state in very simple one-sentence language. From what I heard today and the little interaction that I have had with you, you seem to have a mission. Understood and understandable.
And still on national development, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Saad Abubakar III, says education is at the heart of raising awareness for the peaceful coexistence of Nigeria, particularly for people with different faiths. The Sultan was speaking in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, at the closing ceremony of a 2-day interfaith conference organized by the Muslim Brothers.
The need for interfaith harmony. Like I've said, both at the Obama's Palace and the Government House on addressing the governor, you can't have interfaith harmony without interfaith understanding. You can't have interfaith understanding without education. You can't have education without our leaders being very serious in educating our people. A lot of governors have put up so many programs in educating our children. Much needs to be done, and I believe we have to do our best. Excellency, we thank you for your hospitality. We thank you for hosting us. We thank you for hosting all the participants. And we pray one day we'll have a longer period of such programs so that we'll continue to understand one another for the sake of security development of our country.
Meanwhile, the Cross River State Governor, Basio II, has also been speaking about peaceful coexistence. He is advocating for interfaith harmony in Nigeria to foster development. The governor, while speaking when he received the Sultan, emphasized the importance of harmony in nurturing a sense of unity.
Let me thank you for having this interfaith synergy. It is true that this is about the most important thing that we need to do in different facets and crannies to make sure that we bring our country together. The issues we have today are issues of division, which we have agreed with the Sultan that any society that there is no peace, there is no justice, there's no understanding and accommodation, cannot sustain. That brotherhood exists among all of us. And in all other locations that we have Muslim communities, I think the relationship has been very, very convivial. Interfaith lectures like this are very necessary to enlighten people that nobody is coming to this world to live forever.
And to politics now, and the All Progressives Congress, APC, has won the 21 local government chairmanship and 229 councillorship seats in Kogi State. Chairman of the Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission, Mama Nda Eri, who confirmed the results after they were declared at the various collation centers, says the election was peaceful while commending the electoral officers for a job well done. The chairman of the commission also thanked security operatives, observers and newsmen for their support and professionalism during the process. Vice President Mr. Kashim Shettima is to lead Nigeria's delegation to the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting holding at the Pacific island of Samoa. According to a statement by the Vice President's spokesman, Stanley Nwakocha, the Vice President will join King Charles of England and other world leaders at the event taking place from October the 21st till the 26th. The Vice President is expected to use the platform to attract investors to Nigeria as global experts from businesses and the private sector convene to recommend and champion solutions to global challenges. Senator Shettima will also participate in the People's Forum, the single largest opportunity organized by the Commonwealth Foundation for people to engage with leaders on global developmental issues, as well as engage in bilateral meetings and other executive sessions. And now to security. At least 10 persons have been killed in Awka South local government area of Anambra State by gunmen at Onyenwochichi Market near the community-owned maternity. According to eyewitnesses, the hoodlums arrived in a brown-colored Lexus 300 Jeep, stormed the area, and immediately opened fire on the people. Although the total number of persons gunned down is yet to be ascertained, community members said no fewer than 10 bodies have so far been recovered. The police public relations officer, Mr. Tochukwu Ikenga, who confirmed the attack, however, discloses that it was a cult-related clash between rival groups. Mr. Ikenga adds that the State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Nage Itam, had ordered deployment of more operatives to the area while calling on witnesses to volunteer information for necessary action. Maintain peace in your domain or get ready to be dethroned. That's the marching order from the Taraba state government to traditional rulers in the state. The state deputy governor, Aminu Alkali, who gave the government's position during a meeting with the traditional rulers, announced that the state is overstretched in spending its meager resources to restoring peace instead of challenging it to other developmental purposes. Wife of the president, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has flagged off the distribution of relief materials to victims of flood disasters in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. At a symbolic event which took place at the government house in Maiduguri, the First Lady says the need to bring succor to the affected persons is more critical now. And the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has announced the arrest of two businessmen, Ihejirika Emmanuel and Iwagu Victory, as well as a Canada-based nurse, Usman Olami, at the Muritala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, for attempting to import and export cocaine pellets and parcels of loud, a synthetic strain of cannabis, through the airport. A statement by the Director, Media and Advocacy of the agency, Mr. Femi Babafemi, says Mr. Emmanuel, who frequents Thailand from where he claims to be importing fish into Nigeria, was arrested on Tuesday, the 15th of October, while attempting to board an Ethiopian Airlines flight to Thailand, while 26-year-old Iwagu Victory was arrested on the 17th of October after his body scan revealed ingestion of illicit drugs during the inward clearance of passengers on Ethiopian Airlines flight. The statement adds that a Nigerian-Canadian nurse, Usman Olami, was arrested with 70 parcels of Canadian loud weighing 35.70 kilograms on the 4th of October at the Lagos airport during the inward clearance of Air France passengers from Toronto, Canada. And outside our shores, Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry has said that at least 87 people were killed and more than 40 injured in Saturday's Israeli airstrike on the city of Beit Lahia in the north of the Palestinian enclave. The ministry said a number of people were still under the rubble after a residential area was hit. Israel said it was checking reports of casualties, but added that earlier, lower figures published by Hamas were exaggerated. In recent weeks, the Israeli military has been carrying out intense bombardment of northern Gaza, saying it wanted to prevent Hamas fighters from regrouping there. A senior UN official warned that the nightmare in Gaza is intensifying and the war must stop now. And in sports, Super Falcons head coach Justin Madugu has invited only 6 foreign-based players in his 25-team list for this month's international friendlies against their Algerian counterparts in Lagos. Captain Rashidat Ajibade, first-choice goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie, Esther Onyenezide, Gift Monday, Chidimma Okeke, and Esther Onyenezide are the foreign pros in the squad. The matches are billed for the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Saturday, October the 26th and Tuesday, October the 29th. It's the first time that the Falcons are playing international friendly matches on home soil since the Aisha Buhari Invitational Tournament 3 years ago. And that's it on stories making the headlines.